Kana didn't suffer much after the kyube attack, but here were the deaths. The heroes who gave their lives to protect the village. The funeral began the next day. Obito got up at 8 a.m. without any sleep, took Naruto and left in an unknown direction. And Obito ended up on the stone face of Minato Namikaze. He was observing the funeral. They shouldn't show his face in any way, but he couldn't help but be present. The funeral went on as usual. The people standing behind their graves were men in black. Obito cried once more, but stopped immediately when he found that he wanted to go underground. He knew that there was no forgiveness for his actions. Even if the villagers forgave him, he wouldn't be able to forgive himself. It would be hard for him to get used to it all. One good thing was that Kakashi, his friend, had not forgotten his friend. What would Kakashi experience when he found out that his friend was alive and was now almost at his side? Obito saw writing on the grave, looking for an outfit. Everything was neatly stacked. Minato's stuff was behind the first door and Kushina's stuff behind the other. Obito picked out his clothes. He changed into his standard blue shinobi suit, with a chunin vest over it. He went downstairs to the living room. Taking Naruto, he walked over to the table where his mask lay. He took it too and went outside. He walked to the place where he grew up. When he came to the Kuchi neighborhood, he looked at Naruto and told him, "Here, I grew up." Naruto was saying that. He smiled at the little boy as he rubbed his hair. The boy only cried in response. The mask on Obito was intimidating, but Obito couldn't do without the mask. He reached the house at the head of the clan and he knocked on the door. The head's wife opened it for him. She was a bit startled, but Obito calmed her by saying, "Hello, Mikoto-san. Please don't be afraid." He takes off his mask, introduces himself. "I'm Obito." Mikoto, who was holding a plate, dropped it in surprise as the plate shattered. The baby in Obito's hands and the baby Mikoto, who was lying on the couch, cried at the same time. Mikoto drank a glass of water to calm herself. It worked. Took the teenager into her home, asking him all the questions she was interested in. Obito answered the same as the Hokage. Mikoto had a hard time believing in such a miraculous resurrection, but was glad to see Obito alive. "Mikoto-san, where is Fugaka-sama now?" "He's at work." "Fugaka works and runs the entire Kana police department. Do you have business with him?" "No, I just wanted to see my loved ones." "Well, I see. Well, then you can wait here. He should be coming in soon for lunch." After saying that, Mikoto looked at the other guest. "Achi, he's cute. Is he yours?" "No, that's Naruto, son of Minato-sensei and Kushin-san." After about 10 minutes, the owner of the house came in. "Mikoto, I'm Homa," he shouted as he took his shoes off in the hallway. But the person he called and wanted to see clearly wasn't the one who came up to him. "Hello." Fugaka-sama, he recognized him instantly, but did not smash his plate. Obito was a family friend. The whole clan loved him because Obito helped everyone. "Obito, how is that possible?" Obito told him everything. Fugaka and Mikoto had already come to terms with it. Fugaka had lunch asking him questions, literally the exact same questions his wife had asked him. Obito answered them all and asked him, "Fugaka-sama, we need to talk privately. Do you have some free time?" "Let's go," said the clan leader, stepping outside. "Mikoto-san, I'll leave him here for now." "I'll leave him here for now," said Mikoto, and started courting the babies. Fugaka and Obito came to the place where Shisa committed suicide in the anime. Can't remember the place, but I think it's in Uchiha territory. "Fugaka-san, can you get me a meeting with Inyashi-san?" "I can, but why?" "I need to check something about my past. I can't remember shit." "You don't remember anything at all?" "No, I just remember saving Kakashi from a rockfall." "Was saved. That's for sure my right side." "It's not mine." "That's how. Of course I will." "Thanks, Fugaka-san." Meanwhile, at the Hokage residence, and Sanman burst into the Hokage's office without knocking. "Sanama-sama, I have bad news. An intruder appeared in the village. I saw him at the cemetery, and he also went to Minato-sensei's house." Kakashi spotted him back at the cemetery and followed him right up to when he entered Minato's house as his home. He couldn't follow him any further as he was supposed to be in an amber gathering. "Calm down, Kakashi. This isn't an insider at all. He's the hero who saved Kana along with Minato." "Who is he?" "You'll find out soon enough." The Hirsna didn't tell. He knew that Kakashi would bury him right there with a lot of questions. Without saying anything, Kakashi left the Hokage's office. Obito approached the house and was met by a masked man. They began a dialogue. "Who are you and why are you stealing the fourth Hokage's property?" The other one, who was also wearing a mask, answered briefly, "I have permission." "Who am I? I guess you can't hide it anymore." And having said that, He takes off his mask. Kakashi recognizes him as his savior. Obito. Kakashi stretches out, immersing himself in flashbacks with him. Obito. Said the Uchiha started walking into the house. Owili Kamino suggested Uchiha to come in. He went inside without saying anything, as he had a lot of questions for him. They went into the kitchen. I have a seat. Said Obito, setting Naruto down on the special feeding chair, then starting to make porridge for Naruto. Obito, is there something you want to tell me? Asked Kakashi, looking at Obito's new friend. Obito was already tired of telling everyone about himself. He didn't, though he started to tell, feeding Naruto at the same time. Kakashi felt guilty for not keeping his promise. Even with the sharingan he got from his friend, Kakashi couldn't protect Rin. And things could have turned out differently if he had immediately agreed to go with Obito to help Rin. After telling his whole story, Obito asked Kakashi, Kakashi, you didn't kill Rin, did you? Kakashi was afraid of this question and had a hard time answering. Obito, oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't keep Rin safe. Rin became a Jinwekrik three-tailed. And to avoid becoming a threat to Kana, she jumped on my Chidori. I know, Kakashi. I saw it. They sat like that until form, Obito doing nothing but watching Naruto. And Kakashi just couldn't get enough of the friend he hadn't seen in so long. Kakashi, I have to go out while you watch Naruto. Oh, where are you going? Oh, I have to deal with something. I'll go with you. Alright, take Naruto. I'll teleport us. Kakashi took Naruto in his arms, and Obito before giving him a stern order. If Naruto cries, I'll take his eye away. After teleporting to Yamanaka's flower store, they waited for Fugika to arrive. Fugika wasn't like Kakashi and came in exactly 5 seconds later. Hello, Fugika-san. Both of them said hello to the adult. Hello, Kakashi. Fugika said hello to Kakashi. Since they had already said hello to Obito today, Inyashi also came out of the house. He was aware Fugika had already told him, so he wasn't surprised. But he could hardly believe his eyes. Hello, Inyashi-san. The friend said hello. Hello, guys. Ready, Obito nodded. I've made arrangements with Obiki. He's prepared an interrogation room for us. And yes, no one from the top will know. Thank you, Inyashi-san. I thanked Obito and immediately teleported him to the interrogation room. He was placed in a special chair. Inyashi put his hand on Obito's forehead and used his technique to sneak into his memories. What is it? Kakashi asked hurriedly. All of you, get ready for a fight quickly. Inyashi loudly ordered everyone present. Everyone except Kakashi, who had a baby in his arms, pulled out their kunai in preparation for battle. What's wrong? Inyashi asked Obiki. I can tell you that Obito has two personalities. How's that? With horror in his voice, his friend asked. The right side of his body is not his. He can control it, speak for it, and fight for it. All of them made big eyes in amazement. This creature can merge with it and free itself from it. So that's what saved Obito. Maybe he's not so dangerous. No. This creature was created by Madara. That's when everyone's surprise meter went off. Inyashi, are you sure? He asked Obiki. But yeah, for sure it's Madara. That old guy looks just like him. Oh, I see. What about the guy? He's not a threat if that brat poses even the tiniest to Kaneha. I'll kill him. Said Obiki in a harsh tone. Cool it, Obiki. He has a very sad past. He was Madara's pawn. Madara sealed him. It's not Obito's fault. I see, said Obiki, and cooled down a bit. But what about the seal? It has no effect on Obito's actions anymore. Minato destroyed it with his technique. What did he hurt? The fourth one of Obiki's chills weren't long. He was angry again. That's hard to say, but the Sea Man attacked Konoha with the nine-tailed. Obiki rushes out of his seat to punch Obito, but is stopped by the shadow of Shikoka. It has just arrived and has been eavesdropping and watching this entire moment. Obiki, don't jump to conclusions without understanding the situation. Said the head of the Nara clan, sitting in the quite usual posture for the shadow capture technique. All right, let go. Shikoka canceled his technique, but was on guard. Obito realized all his mistakes and teamed up with Minato. He helped with Kyube. All his bad actions he did not by choice. It wasn't easy for Kakashi because his friend, Inyashi said, had gone through such torment. Kakashi felt sorry for his friend and blamed himself because by and large he was to blame for what had happened. After half an hour of such a showdown, Obito came to his senses. How are you, Obito? Obito didn't answer anything and held out his hands to pick up Naruto. He gave up what was rightfully his. Naruto, did he hurt you? And then everyone saw the kindness and care of the former Obito. They were convinced that this was definitely the real Obito from Konoha. Obito returned Naruto to Kakashi. Abruptly, Ibiki commanded. He returned it in an instant. Obito, how are you feeling? He asked Fugika in an agitated tone. Fine. Fugika-sama. Obito, here's the thing. Your right side is probably not native. Can you control it? Asked Inyachi. He started to move his right arm and leg. I think I can. But that's something the enemy could do just to make us forget about him. The Beaky remarked. Oh, what's going on here? Wonderingly, Obito asked. Obito, you should probably get a full physical. And yes, there you go. Inyachi handed him a 1-kilometer scroll with his memories on it. Obito began to review his past, but he only had to see how and who helped him stay alive after the stones. I see, Obito said as he approached Naruto. Kakashi, will you take care of Naruto while I heal? Tom obviously wouldn't have enough time for that, but then I'll take him to my house. Rikudo will look after him, suggested the Uchi leader.